And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced.
Well, thanks, Kevin.
You already do. You and he are winning players. David, thank you. And here we can check out the story for DeLon Wright. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nets, Irving and Harden, the 2. Star guards. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. And it's Aldridge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight. Brett, what do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if you're going to play that fast, you're going to have to make decisions that don't catch up with the speed. And that means making the right quick decisions and not rushing things. If these teams get ahead of themselves, the first ones to do that, they might find themselves in a hole.
To the inside. Irving against Young. Kicks it out to Harden. A 3. Sinks the triple.
And those assist numbers have always been there for Kyrie, spotting an open teammate that time.
Young against Irving. Young inside. Those numbers of his aren't a miss, but he's actually averaging 32 points a game. That's a sensational total. Here's Irving. Passes it to Aldridge. And here's Harris from the arc. Collins grabs the miss. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Jazz. Irving against Young. Pass to Capella. Paxson coming off the assist from Young.
It's a nice pick and roll there. Capella slicing with purpose after he sets the screen and ready for the ball.
And one of the bigger names in free agency, John Collins, ends up re-signing with Atlanta. Didn't see too much of a bigger market for him during the process. And he fits in so well with the future of this team.
The pass to Hunter. Outside Collins. Knocks it loose. 5 on the clock. Nets passing it around. Aldridge. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
There's such a threat to score from mid-range, but on the inside can do some damage as well.
Young with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Bogdanovich wide open. Drops in the tray.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Down low. Aldridge trying to break free. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Young looking it over. Misses the 3.
Due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Harden the pass to Durant. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
There's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
Capella taking a crack and stays focused on the rim.
Griffin's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Then for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's DeLon Wright in for Young. That's good from Capella. Looking back at the 2017-18 season, Clint Capella, Brent, shot an eye-popping 65% from the field. That led the NBA.
Well, a third of his baskets were dunks during that season, so I would expect the percentage to actually, Kevin, be pretty high. And a lot of those were at the hands of James Harden at the time playing in Houston, who won the MVP that year. But he has the ability to roll and to finish. He has shown soft hands, and he plays defensively. So he's a great big you can put out to complement both sides of the floor.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Durant, and it's Mills in for Irving.
Nice to see Gallo with a head of steam, and he throws down the hammer jam.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Atlanta. And he gets the bucket. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds. Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
Last 2 minutes to play. First quarter.
Bogdanovich against Harden.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustment on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
This one for three, and the Nets another three. 1:14 left to play here in the first. Bogdanovich against Harden. Molinari passes to Bogdanovich. Here's Vonleh. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
And that's the passion coach wants to see from Vonleh. Not only does he crash the boards, he goes right back up to score.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Vonleh. Some solid defense from Brown. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Brown the pass to Griffin. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Count that one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the foul on Harden.
His first foul.
That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Atlanta, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
The thing you think about with Bogdanovich, besides his first name being in his last name, is potential. A young, raw prospect with plenty of upside.
Atlanta making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Harden against Bogdanovich. And good that time.
And the league has to be more aware of Harden, especially when he's operating that close to the basket.
A three from Bogdanovich. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three. It's going to be on James Harden. The Hawks have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Good on the second free throw.
3 shots.
And he makes all 3.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
James. And Kevin Durant able to get his shot anytime he wants. But he points out that defense.
This league is not one-on-one defense, so it's a team defense. And, the best defenders, the reason why they're the best defenders is because they got 4 guys behind them that's going to help them and that they trust. So, I think that's what makes us good when we do that.
I agree. Well, if they're locking teams up, they're awfully hard to stop.
And KD, with his length, probably underrated as far as his defensive impact.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
We've got Brown, Paul Millsap out there with Griffin. And it's Durant, and it's Mills in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are back. Last season, they won the Southeast Division for the first time in 6 seasons. With quality players at every position, things are starting to gel. Trae Young said, "This feels good. We just have a lot of belief in each other." Guys, they are poised to be good for a long time.
Well, they've clearly made the turn, David. Thanks. Griffin with it. Now right defending. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Griffin's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Greg, for teams that are slow out of the gate, their fans can really be impatient and unforgiving.
Yeah, the media, too. I mean, I played New York, so in that town, you go big or you get talked about. And it happens in small towns as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
And a wide open hook for Irving. And the Nets, another 3.
Can't drift back on Kyrie Irving when he's handling the ball like that. He's actively surveying the defense and looking for the pull-up.
Here's Young, and it's sent back by KD. Irving kicks to Durant. Over right, and there's KD. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight. Irving against Young. Over Irving. Young passes to right. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up, just as important.
Pass to Griffin. Now Millsap. On the wing, Brown. Left side, Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Brown. And stolen by Jang. Right outside. Pass to Jang. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Nets leading by 3. To the paint. Millsap dishes to Griffin. Irving for 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Young. Over Irving. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Young's got 6.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Griffin finds Irving. Here's Durant. And the rejection by Jang. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's sent back by Irving.
What hustle from Kyrie on defense, outworking the shooter and getting the block.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Griffin kicks to Brown. Griffin trying to get open. Irving can't hit. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. And it's sent back by KD.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
So for the Nets, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's James Harden in for Brown. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jang. Collins comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for DeLon Wright. Shot clock at 5. Harden, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And here's Harris from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. 5 points in the game.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
Young passes to Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And then finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Chalk up 2 there. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Hey, man, Bogdanovich can play. Someone who wants to score as much as that guy, gotta love it.
Irving against Young. Irving dishes to Durant. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys, just go out there and compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate it.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
It's always a positive sign to see assist numbers like this. They're moving the rock with ease and keeping each other happy. It's a brand of unselfish basketball that's fun to watch and play.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Their defense has been dismal. Allow their opponents to shoot in the 60s. I'm sure they're getting their earful in the...
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duty. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. And it's Capella in at the 5.
And on the offensive end, Harden can be such a monster. So far, he's had little trouble finding his shots.
And here's Young. Outside Collins. And stolen by Irving. Durant kicks to Harris. Here's Harden on the wing. Outside Irving. Lock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Young pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
I would say that Trae Young's pick-and-roll game is fairly advanced for a player his age. What a treat to watch.
Growing up in a military family, John Collins moved around a lot as a kid, Brent, getting to experience different parts of the world.
Yeah, interesting upbringing. Born in Utah, moved to Guam, lived in Turkey, was in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's a lot of life experience for any kid growing up, let alone a guy who's trying to find his way in competitive basketball. And John Collins, maybe playing soccer on all those military bases has helped out that footwork a little bit, Kevin.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Millsap comes in for Kevin Durant. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. DeLon Wright comes in for Young. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Irving against Wright. He kicks to Collins. Outside Bogdanovich. Capella trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
Here's Irving. That one a little long.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Bogdanovich dishes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Gallinari with it, picked up by Harris. And Gallinari kicks to Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Bogdanovich, no luck. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Harden. Griffin trying to get open, and it's blocked.
Now, you don't see a lot of shot blocks from Bogdanovich, but he is big enough to get it done.
Bobbed up there for Collins. The shot, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Can I say it? Terrific athleticism from Gallinari. I just did.
And Harden now, top of the key. Back to Irving. Harris outside. Right side, Millsap. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Millsap's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Right, the pass to Collins. Bogdanovich up top. Millsap covering.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
For 3, Harris. Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
Mills, he's checked in for Irving. Atlanta also making some changes here. Vonleh's checked in for Clint Capella. And Okongwu subbed in for John Collins.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
And Griffin showing off some of his star quality in this game here tonight, capable of scoring from anywhere and hard to lock down when he gets this kind of confidence.
Here's Bogdanovich. Nice D from Griffin. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And finished off by Wright.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Mills can't hit. The Hawks trail by 12. Inside. And Wright gets it to go on the assist from Gallinari. Wright's got 8.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
From 10 feet out, it doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. The shot by Harden, wide open. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Now that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
And it's Bogdanović off the drive. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
To the paint. And Griffin slams it in.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home. Right now dominating in the paint.
Deflects the pass. Millsap with the steal. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Brooklyn ahead, up by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden in at the off guard. Durant is the small forward. Aldridge out there with Griffin. And it's Mills in at the point guard position. And Young kicks to Okongwu. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. I'm sitting here with former NBA dunk contest champion Brent Berry. Brent, how do you feel about how modern offenses sometimes back away from the paint?
Well, I love it, Kevin. By the way, in the dunk contest, you know there's no defense. So I'm all for that, too, because I didn't play that. But will we go back to low post play? I think what's happened is the post now is used more as an opportunity for offenses to penetrate the defense and then create more movement on the perimeter, and then the ball comes back out. And looking for those 3-point shots and taking a higher percentage of those is leading to more winning. So I'm not sure when that changes.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's Durant with the drive, and then Durant with the jam.
I love how sudden Durant can be with that attack, and he sliced up the defense. They were unprepared.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Young outside, and it's sent back by Aldridge. They retain possession. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And here's Harden for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Hawks passing it around. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
High post, KD lays it up and banks it in. KD's got 4 points in the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Time called here. The Hawks Stories here. James Harden getting it done today.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
So for the Nets, Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin, and Irving subbed in for Patty Mills. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Collins comes in for Okongwu. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Wright. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. We're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that Mobile One block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to KD. Back to Irving. From the arc. They get the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
Very aggressive that time around the basket. I like to watch LaMarcus use that size in there to get some contact.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. The pass to Capella. Here's Bogdanovic, and the layup is good. 16 points for Bogdan Bogdanovic.
When Bogdanovic drives, it's for a reason. He's made a good decision to knife inside.
Harden and Capella sends it back, and they'll keep possession. Irving looking for an opening. Over Young, 6 to shoot, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game.
Kyrie making that look effortless. That shot is so well within his comfort zone.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's laid up and in by Young.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Harden against Bogdanovic. Out to Harris. Over Hunter. And they'll get another chance. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Young inside. Aldridge is there. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Young. Irving passes to Aldridge. The shot comes out. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Harden. Durant trying to break free. The layup off target. The Hawks trail by 11.
Fourth quarter.
Young pass to Bogdanovic. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Outside Irving. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to KD. Clock at 4. It's up a 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Bogdanovic. Again, the Hawks score.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovic dangerous.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're up by 6. 1:25 left in the fourth. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Here is Harden. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Bank shot, no good. The Hawks trail by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Young inside. Defended by Durant. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
Here's Irving. Harris kicks to KD. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it's Atlanta with it. 7-point differential. And finished off by Collins.
And maybe not the first guy you think about. Collins in the clutch.
And now we've got the intentional foul. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Here's Harden. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
So fun on a nightly basis to tune in and watch Kyrie Irving play. He's got the basketball in his hands. There's some wizardry that's going to happen, and you appreciate the way he handles the ball.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
A nice shot by Young.
There is an effortless kind of motion to what Trae Young can do, especially when he's shooting from that deep.
Mason for 3. That one doesn't go. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's stick. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
A gorgeous evening in Beantown, the historic city of Boston. Well, this one's about to...
Jason Tatum already an all-star, but...
All right, Allie, thanks. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Nets, and they've got the top spot in the conference, a testament to their hard work all year long. And, of course, there's the Celtics. Quite a bit of space between these two.
Well, right now for Boston, with their early struggles, this team hasn't exactly progressed as much as we thought they might.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Harrison Durant in as the forwards. The star-studded backcourt of Irving and Harden. And it's Aldridge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Marcus Smart, and it's Cousins in at the center position.
Ever since the back half of last year, Tatum's been on fire. Now, the game has slowed down for him, so he could play faster, but now he's become nearly unstoppable.
Now here's Durant, and you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Smart outside. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Cousins. Harden with the defensive effort. And, you know, in the under-25 club, Grant, some observers say they take Tatum over Doncic and others.
Well, Tatum's a big guy who's only getting bigger. His defense is almost on par now with his offense, and he has a possible MVP in his future. Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. So we'll see LaMarcus Aldridge go to the line here. That one on Schroeder. And a new rookie class to watch here early in the season, Grant. How long should we wait to evaluate a rookie's play, you think?
Well, B.A., I think you have to give them a pass their whole first year. It just takes a minute to adjust and acclimate, and a lot depends on the age of the rookie as well.
Now here's Tatum, an effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Irving against Schroeder. Pass to Harden. Now Durant takes a three. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got his third assist of the night.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly failing.
Outside, Brown. To the paint. Here's Tatum, and he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Harden's shot is good.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Smart. And it's flushed down. Oh, a nice jam.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Now here's Schroeder. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. And stolen by Aldridge. Releases. Harden misses. Boston trailing. Left side, Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Hey, I don't think there's any excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. I mean, he's brilliant at throwing it down if the defense doesn't stop it.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Tatum passes to Schroeder. And he's going for the lob.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Irving for 3. Boston with a rebound. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Some changes for Boston. Canner's checked in for Tatum. Ennis comes in for Smart. And Pritchard is subbed in for Schroeder. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Griffin, he's checked in for Aldridge. Millsap comes in for Durant. Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Mills in for James Harden.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Brown is so creative at picking apart the defense with his ball handling. You got to love how clever he is with the ball.
Here's Irving. Here he goes. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Using his speed advantage to create the separation he needs for the shot.
And the emergence of Jaylen Brown's ability to take over at the offensive end, Grant, it's been a joy to watch.
Oh, such a joy. I mean, his improvement as a ball handler may be the biggest reason. He can drive the ball either direction now, create the space he needs for his jumper, and he's no longer a turnover waiting to happen.
A nice shot by Millsap.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Outside, Brown. Back to Pritchard. Second chance shot. And he lays it in.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Griffin following the bucket by the Celtics. Brown finds Griffin. And it's Canner with a rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
And Williams punches it home.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Back to Brown. To the middle. And it's Canner. That time on the assist from Brown.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Boston foul. James Ennis. That's his first personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
Third team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn.
He's off on the second. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's the Celtics up 3, and we'll be back in the second quarter. And he's one of the game's best closers, but to hear Kyrie Irving tell it.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive, to set the tone early in the game, and, that kind of sets up all my teammates and sets the standard for the rest of the game and how I want the game to go.
Grant, when he gets a lather going, Irving can seem like he's got the cheat code.
Yeah, and if I'm the coach, he's got the green light from start to finish. When he gets rolling, it can rub off on everyone else.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
They've also had a good start tonight hitting the mid-range jumper.
On the floor for Brooklyn, we've got Patrick Mills. Paul Millsap is out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Griffin in at the 5. Here's Pritchard taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Brown can't hit. Irving finds Millsap. Here's Mills. It's Brown on the wing. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Patrick Mills. That's his first foul. The Celtics making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Pritchard. Clock at 6. Pass to Ennis. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Shakes him. Here's Pritchard. Goes back up. Here's Cousins. Shots blocked.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Ennis. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Inside. Here's Pritchard. Can they get it? And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Brooklyn.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range to this point. Always nice to start out like that.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Schroeder comes in for Ennis. Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Mills.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
For Boston, they've gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great.
Well, you look at Harden. He doesn't beat you with great speed or by playing above the rim. He wins with pace, angles, and strength. As unique a scorer as we've seen in probably the last 30, 35 years in the NBA.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
VA, the Boston Celtics last year had the team's worst win percentage in the last 6 seasons. The front office admitted, as constituted, they were not a championship caliber team. Now, for this proud franchise, accustomed to competing deep into the playoffs, the question becomes, how do they get back on top?
Yeah, that's a big one. Good stuff there, Allie. Thanks. And Clark Harden is also an expert at using his body as a shield for the ball.
I think it's really a good lesson out there for young players coming up, BA. Use what you have. Don't try to be somebody else. Use what you have. Don't make excuses. And then get busy putting the work in.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And the Celtics call time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Williams is checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Pritchard. And a change for the Nets. Aldridge is checked in for Millsap. Harris outside. Jacks up a 3. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist from Brown. Durant's got 12 points. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. To the inside. Here's Hernan Gomez. Rebounded by the Nets. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Harden from outside. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land. Giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Outside, Williams. He takes it in from 11 feet away over Aldridge. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
No good on that one. And there's always been dialogue between NBA officials and the coaches and players. Some concern that it's gotten too chippy of late, Clark. That's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look, and you certainly have to recognize the fact that both sides are humans and emotions are going to run hot at times. The league has rules about how you engage with officials. I think you should actually have some give and take, but it should be toned down from what it has been recently. Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it. You know, Schroeder was the runner-up for the Six-Man Trophy in 2020, but he wanted an opportunity to start after coming off the bench for 2 years in OKC.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. Schroeder is such a spark plug player. Clark, he succeeded in both starting and bench roles in the past.
And you know, B.A., he's actually been able to excel in those roles because he's always kind of logged starters' minutes. I mean, he's just too good to keep out of the lineup.
And Brown with the stuff.
You can rely on Schroeder's passing ability. He does a good job finding and setting up shooters.
Right side, Irving. The 3 ball. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Outside, Brown. And again, Boston with the triple. The Nets with the lead. Outside, Harden. Pass to Harris. Now Harden. 10 points for him. Now here's Irving. Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Out to the right wing. Irving for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Brooklyn, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. Back after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 assist. It's been quite a night so far for him. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently finding the open guy. And then, of course, the shooters have delivered. If they keep it up, they're going to be tough to beat.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Their inside attack has been overwhelming. Hard to beat someone when they're living up the rim. These guys are imposing their rookies.
And that should do it with the second.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Marcus Smart out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Cousins in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Back to Aldridge. Outside Harden. Into the lane. And then Harden with the jam.
You know, Harden is so hard to deal with when he drives because you know he's looking to draw the foul, and trying to defend him without fouling is a tall task.
Tatum slams it home.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go. Well, you know, in high school, he was a star. In college, the same thing. Durant got drafted second back in 2007, then immediately became an all-star.
Griffin, he's checked in for Aldridge.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Here's Tatum, and that one's drained from the low block. Tatum's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Tatum knows how to score in the paint, folks. He can make any adjustment needed to find the shot that works for him.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And Durant averaged over 20 points a game his rookie year.
MJA also won Rookie of the Year as well. Since then, he's won just about every individual honor you possibly could. First ballot consensus Hall of Famer when it's time.
Schroeder passes to Brown. Pass to Cousins. Griffin against Tatum. Cousins. And he lays it up and in. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
There's Tatum with the three. Griffin pulls down the board.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Cousins with the steal. Pass to Schroeder. There's the triple. No good there. And Brooklyn going the other way now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Some changes for Boston. Canner's checked in for Cousins. Ennis comes in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Schroeder. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Pritchard gets it to go.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 13.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
Pass to Tatum. Down low. And it's Canner. That time on the assist from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Boston has gone just 1 of 3 from deep since the break. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Irving. Pass to Ennis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Boston. Millsap, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for James Harden. Brooklyn trailing. Irving for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he's stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Here's Canner. Lays it up and banks it in. Canner's got 4 points this quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
That three's off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the paint. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Mills. 1:46 left to play in the third quarter here. 5 on the clock. Pritchard, no good. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Lets the 3 fly, and Patty Mills gets the 3. Mills has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the Celtics call time here.
I'll tell you, man, Irving can do many things for your ball club. But at the top of the list, he's a tremendous shooter with great range and great confidence.
All right, fans, get up.
Williams is checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Ennis. And a change for the Nets. Aldridge is checked in.
Into the lineup for the Nets.
1:24 left in the third quarter. Brown against Irving. Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. And Mills pulls it down. You know, if you were to hand select a player to take the last shot for you, no one would bat an eye if you chose Kyrie Irving.
Ever since his shot over Steph Curry in 2016, Irving's been a legend. And some of it's his mental approach. When people say he marches to the beat of a different drum, that may help him in those big moments.
Inside, here's Canner. And Canner with the slam.
With long arms and a strong frame, Canner sure knows how to rock the rim.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Brown against Irving. Again, the Nets score.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Irving, no good. Boston's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Canner, the pass to Tatum. Back to Canner. With the second effort. And he converts the layup. Canner's got 10 points in the quarter.
This is one of Cantor's strongest attributes. A superb offensive rebounder due to how active he is.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's the Celtics. They lead by 2. And don't go away. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. So on the floor for Brooklyn, Paul Millsap is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Patrick Mills. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2-guard position.
Tell you what, Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players because he's so effective, scores at an efficient clip, rebounds the ball well, and defends multiple positions too. He gives you everything.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
The kick to Durant from deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Durant's got 19.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Ooh, poked away. Smart passes to Schroeder. Pass to Brown. Launches it. They get it back. Another one falls from Boston.
The buckets are quickly adding up for Cantor. This is the confident play you want from your big man every night.
And Irving gets it to go. Give him 20. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Up top, Brown. He's guarded by Millsap. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
11 feet out. And it's Cantor with a rebound. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul. Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Mills.
Now into the lineup for the Nets. Blake Griffin.
Smart outside. Throws it up high. And Brown with the stuff.
Hey, guys, you're not going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. I mean, he's simply on a tear right now.
Harden against Smart. Pass to Irving. On the wing, Durant. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, I'll tell you what, in this fourth quarter, he's been locked in and has made some big shots for his team.
Williams passes to Brown. Outside Schroeder. Brown against Harden. Brown can't hit.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Irving. And here's Griffin outside. Irving, the pass to Millsap. Back to Irving. Right wing. And here's Griffin outside. Knocks down the triple. And now a 5-point Nets lead.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Just 5 on the clock. Cantor, the pass to Brown. And Cantor with the slam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Knocks down the long J.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And Boston calls time here.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Cousins, he's checked in for Boston. Tatum comes in for Canner. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in.
Hey, guys, the head coach for Boston had some instruction for his guys during the break. He laid into the team about being over-aggressive. He said, quote, "You're letting them get to the line as much as they want. We've got to dial back some of the physicality because it's getting us in trouble. Guys, let's see if they can ease up here."
For Boston, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Tatum passes to Cousins. Another shot. And it's good on the lay-in.
DeMarcus Cousins knew his team needed it. They had to have it on that possession, and he calmly knocked it down.
And Griffin slams it in.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
The Celtics have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
They get it again. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up top. And the jam by Brown.
And with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
For Boston, they've gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. Tatum passes to Cousins. Ooh, Griffin with the steal. Irving for 3. The rebound, Celtics. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Schroeder. Outside Tatum. Here's Cousins. Can't hit that one. Oh, great D that time from Griffin. Back to Durant. From deep. Tatum pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's the 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Outside Durant. Out to Harris. Irving for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Nets lead by 9.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Boy, what a journey it's been for Irving. An all-star, a champion. He's played on the U.S. national team. Even did a little acting along the way.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown can't hit. Brooklyn with the ball. Irving attacking. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Back to Tatum. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him. So we see the Nets get the win here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
KD, you were able to clamp down defensively as the game wore on. What was the key there?
Well, we stayed patient. We could touch the shots. They hit some tough ones early on. And I think in the pick and roll, we made a solid adjustment. And we turned that around. Coach made a great adjustment, and we was able to get rebounds and go.
The patience was so important.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.